Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. The drought is over, and now it's time to feast. The doors of the Bible Bistro are open. Now, come on in. Screen's unlatched. Grab you a cold something out of the cooler or hot something off the counter. And we got some dainties here today. Oh, my goodness. Psalm 63. Are you ready for some good stuff this week? Whew. Man alive, it's good. And, of course, what would you expect in the Bible Bistro? I mean, this is good stuff, 100% Bible. It's organic. It's fresh. You know, it's locally sourced and responsibly handled. So, and you know, we don't charge. That's expensive stuff, and we don't charge for it. And, by the way, Daily Dose Radio will never charge. As long as I'm doing it, and we're never going to charge for Bible study because it's Bible and it's wonderful. And God gave it to us free, just like everything else. So we're going to enjoy this today, Psalm 63, a psalm of David when he was in the wilderness of Judah. Now, you say, when was that? Well, I'm glad you asked. You go back to 1 Samuel. Anywhere from 1 Samuel chapter, when does he fight Goliath? 16, 17. Start in 17 and go forward all the way up to 2 Samuel, and he's in the wilderness of Judah quite a bit. And he's fighting some awful things there. He's fighting loneliness, and he's fighting for his life. He's running from Saul all the time. He's not going to attack Saul because Saul is God's anointed. But he's there in the wilderness of Judah, which you would think would be kind of a lonely place. Maybe you would have a psalm here that was sort of, in a minor key, or maybe a major key, a major seventh key or something. Very, very down, very depressing. But this one's not. No. Now, there's the enemies mentioned here, but listen to these first words. I'm going to read verses 1 and 2 today. This is Psalm 63, 1 and 2. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land, where no water is, to see thy power and thy glory, so as I have seen in the sanctuary. So David is calling out to God here, O God, thou art my God. So we have a prayer, we have a praise, we have a declaration of faith. All of these things kind of fit here in verse 1. O God, thou art my God. Of course, in address to God, we immediately come to prayer or praise. And he says, early will I seek thee. Well, now, you say, I'm not much of an early riser. Can this really be for me? Well, it could be early in the day, but it also could be early in life. You know, early in my experience as a person, as a child, early will I seek thee. It could be early in my daily thoughts. Early will I seek thee. When I'm beginning my routine of the day, that's when I will seek thee. Early on, at the beginning of whatever it is that I am doing, early I will seek thee. And we don't have a time stamp here. There's not a morning or a night or a moon or a sun or anything like that. So let's just say at the beginning of every activity, of any activity, early I will seek thee. And then he begins this beautiful lament. I mean, it's like a lament, but you read it and you think, man, yeah, absolutely. My soul thirsts for thee. My flesh longs for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. Why? Because I want to see thy power and thy glory. I've seen it before. I saw it in the sanctuary, and I want to see it again. I want to see your power, and I want to see your glory. So he's thirsting after the imagined sight of seeing God's power and glory because he's someplace far away from the sanctuary. We've seen this kind of lament before in other Psalms where he says, I'm in a faraway land and I'm thinking now about your tabernacles. I'm thinking about your house and I want to be there. Don't you want to be there too? Join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 3, 4, and 5 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.